Righto, now we'll show you how to put some bathroom fittings and things in the house. One thing you must do though, before we probably do that, is you need to change our wet area walls. Now this is so we can pick up the price. Every wall over here has been done in a specific way with a code in it, and I'll show you where the code is. If you double click on the wall, go to the quantities, you see a code there. Down here it'll say include coded element. So this particular wall, as it's put in to the plan, later on when I want to get a price out of this, it adds up how many of these walls I put in there. Every wall's been made with a different recipe, which indicates a price, but gives us a price at the end of the job once we're finished with the plan. As long as it's drawn in the correct sequence with all the right things in it, we'll get a perfect price. So that's right, I'll just cancel that one out for a sec. Now, to do that, normal walls are different than where there's wet area. Now wet area, of course, there's things like skirting tile and things like that. So what we do is we highlight a wall, hold down shift, highlight the next wet area wall. So that's, I already know this is a laundry, that's a toilet, and this one here's a bathroom, and the ensuite's up in this corner, so that wall and that wall. Now once I've got them highlighted, I right click, I go replace, and because at the moment you'll see there at the side it says PB, well WB means wet board, so we need to replace it with that. So replace. Okay, now that we've done that, all those have been replaced. So next we want to do, and this is how I make sure that I don't miss anything. So what I do is go, while they're all selected, I'll go to properties, I go appearance, scroll all the way down till I hit 2D core, only highlight that one, and down in this corner here you'll see enable solid fill. Tick that, go OK. When you come back, the walls are lit up, so that have been darkened. So that tells me I've already changed those, so they're right. The next thing we have to change is anywhere where there's an outdoor area, which on this plan this is going to be an outdoor area here, and say here's the entry, this is going to be a raised portico. So the bricks have to go up higher in these areas. So again, the recipe of the wall has been made to take into account for those bricks. So highlight that one, hold down shift, highlight that one, right click, replace, find the appropriate wall, which if you scroll down here you see this one here's a wet board wall 2550. That's not the one we want. We want a patio and porch wall PB, plaster board, righto, 2550. So we select that, OK, job's done. Again, right click, properties, appearance, 2D core, enable solid fill. After you do this a while, you do that without even thinking about it. It's done in a very fluid 1 second motion. Okay, this is a pretty easy plan for this. A lot of houses have a lot more ins and outs, a lot more walls you have to click, but this is pretty easy, this one. So now what we can do is highlight the next wall, right click, select all similar, which is a great function of this program. So it'll select every wall that's the same as it. You'll notice it hasn't highlighted the ones we've replaced because they're not similar. Now go back, right click again while they're all highlighted, into properties, appearance, 2D core, enable solid fill, OK. Purely reason I do that is because it tells me that that function's been done. This is part of the process I've finished. Internal walls now. So wet board wall. So that's a wet board wall because that's a laundry. That's a wet board wall because it's a laundry. So is that one. So is that one. And again, don't have to worry about these ones because they back into the return error register. That one there is. That one there is. It's a little bit easier to do this before you put your doors and things in place here. That one is. That one is. That one is. And that one is. Noticing I've left these out because they're wet board on either side, so they're a different wall. Right, so these are going to be wet board, plaster boards. Right, so now we've made sure we've looked around. No, they're the only wet areas. Right click, replace. Scroll down here a bit. So we've got our PB. This is PBWB. That's the one we want. That tells me there's plasterboard on one side of the wall and wet board on the other side of the wall. So select that one. OK. While they're highlighted, right click, properties, appearance, 2D core, enable solid fill. Okay, and again, I can look at this plan quickly now because I've made it all dark, and it shows me which ones I have done and which ones I've forgotten. And these ones I haven't done yet because they're different, as I said. So highlight that one, hold down shift, highlight this one, hold down shift, highlight this one. And that's going to take all our wetboard walls into account now. Right click, replace, scroll down here a bit. So there's the PB, WB we did before. Now this is the one we're after for these because it's wetboard on either side of the wall. Select, OK, again right click, properties, appearance, 2D core, enable solid fill. Okay, job's done. So then we just go to one of our other walls, select all similar, properties, appearance, 2D core, solid fill, select. Now that's it, our walls are ready now for our if I put those through our database now, that will bring out a correct price for all those walls. Now recipes will add up things like all the skirting and all the tiles that go on the skirting tiles, all these things. But there's still a few things yet to finish. So we want to put a bath in here. So go to interiors, plumbing fixtures, right click and collapse all, puts all their everything back in its folders. So we start at the top, PC items. Now this has got a double bathroom because it's got a ensuite and it's got a bathroom. This is important because this here is our silver inclusion PC double bathroom bath. Now the reason why this is very important is because this bath has a lot of prices attached to it, again in this quantity code. So you've got to make sure you pick the right one. It's usually 99.9% of the time it's this top one, unless you're doing a single bathroom. Otherwise just pick the top one. Over here in the bathroom, just drop it. Want to snap it to a corner, right click, snap, highlight it, click on it, right click, move, hover over until the round circle starts, hit the button, hit your left mouse, and then once the round circle goes again, that means it's snapped to the corner, hit the button again, and what that's done is put it perfectly into the corner. I know. So what else do we need? So it's done with baths. Go to the next thing, kitchen sinks. We don't need a kitchen sink. Second one down is actually the most standard sink. Sinks aren't that important because they are important for the house, for aesthetics, but we don't have prices attached to sinks. We do actually, but that's further down the track. Not this one, we don't. Righto, so that's that one. Next we want is a vanity unit. Now this house has, what size is it? It's an 1800 vanity, dual vanity in the ensuite. Put that one there. In the bathroom we've got a 900, so we grab this one, drop it there. Okay, get that. Just flick it around, move, snap it in the corner again, snap. Highlight it, wait until your thing turns round. Hold your finger down on the button, on your mouse button, and just spin it to where you want it, and let go when you get in the right spot. Right click, move, snap the corner, click the button, click it again in the corner when you've snapped up against to where you want to be. Now at this stage, because the bath never usually sits up there, I always put it in this corner first, so it's easier to snap this vanity into the right direction position. Now that my vanity's there, I'll highlight that, right click, move, grab the corner, chuck it back into that corner. That's where it would usually sit in the house, and that's where we're going to leave it. So vanities are taken care of. Showers, front only screen. Got to look to see if the showers in this house have got a front return or a front only screen. A front only screen would be a shower that's sitting between a couple of walls. They're not in this house, they're going to sit out by themselves. So these showers are unapplicable. These ones here are, because they're front and side. So 900 shower base. Just drop it in there, finish. The ensuite has a 1200 shower base in this house, so grab it there like that. In showers, and in most products, pretty much everything, the arrow points to the back of the product. So spin that around, put it up against the wall, move, snap it into the corner. Same with that one, rotate it, right click, move, in the corner. All of it just becomes practice. Now, something else we'll need down the thing, we've got laundry tubs, so we want that one, top one. Just drop that in there. Again, now I find this is the easiest way to do this. I go move in the corner, drop it there like that. Now I want to move that out 900. So what I do, while it's highlighted, I right click, I go move, start up with my finger pressed on the mouse button. I start to move in this direction, then type 900, enter, because I want it 900 from the corner. Well, that'll do it without me. The simplest way of doing that. Okay, laundry tubs are done. Toilets, silver toilet. We always do, usually draw everything in silver first, and we go to, I should have done 2 of them, and then we do a macros later in data build to bring up a gold house. I think a wall we might have missed before in size range, 900 that's supposed, 950 that's supposed to be. Change that. Now here's something you need to be careful of, because if you do that, you'll notice now, because we changed the walls before, this wall doesn't go all the way through. So there's 2 walls there. So as soon as you move something like that, you've just got to check this. So we delete that wall. This is the one we want, because this is the one that's WB, WB, right? So then we just extend that over, drop it to there, go over here, delete that one that's was the wrong one, and there we go. So fix that. Again, turn that tool around, right click, move it, snap on, oops, we'll just cancel that, move, snap on the corner, take it to the corner, snap, done, move, just drag it out to where you want it. It's always easy to snap to a corner, then just slide it along the wall, as long as ortho's on down in this corner, okay? There's ortho, there's angle snap. If you want to go on angles, and you want them to snap to an actual angle, you go to angle snap, make sure you turn ortho off. There's a new one here, Snaptrack. I don't know about that one yet. It's new in this version. I haven't had to play with it yet. So bars we've already taken care of. You don't use the bars. The bars here are only for, there's no prices attached to it, except for this one here. So the person has an extra bath in the house. Bars, don't have to worry about that. Pretty much that's it in the way of plumbing fixtures and fittings. While we're in our kitchen, something else we need to do, so we go up in the corner in the interiors, we go to appliances, pick out a stovetop, drop a stovetop in, then an oven, drop an oven in. Simplest way to do this, highlight it, spin it to where you want it, right click, move, snap that corner there, snap it to this corner, now right click, move, and just slide it straight up to where you want it. Righto, that's pretty simple. Get a laundry tub, chuck in the laundry so it looks good. Alright, move, snap it to the corner, right click, move, just drag it out to where you want it to make it look good. That looks right there. Next, you've got a toilet sitting over here. Move that, snap, bang, move. Righto. Now I usually do it in this sequence. You can do it in other sequences, but I find it easier to put these things in. You look over the plan, all our plumbing fixtures we're going to need. Now we can start putting windows and things in, because there's not much use putting a window in and you find out, oh, I've got to put a shower there, or I've got to put a vanity there. Now that these are in, now we could put doors, windows, put our roof on, all those sorts of things. So in the next video we might move along to putting some doors or something in.